side. I go by the name Omowumi, and I'm your host for the event today. And I've always been your host. And it has been a pleasure being the host for Legacy Lab virtual events for the Digital Edge series. All right, so last month we had a session with Mr. Lekon about positioning our career growth, and it really enlightened us about a lot of aspects, a lot of aspects, telling us about. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry about that. I mixed that up. Okay, yeah, actually told us about positioning for career growth in tech. Told us about building a strong support foundation, having a continuous learning and skill development. We should advocate for ourselves, seek mentorship and guidance. We navigate our career transitions. We network in tech communities, develop a personal brand, build resilience, promote work-life balance, and educate and empower others. That is basically the summary of our last month went, and it was actually a very impacting session. And we are glad to have a new session this month with Mr. Oluwaseun. We are glad to have you on. Sorry about that. We are glad to have you today on the February edition, and you'll be talking to us about navigating the path to becoming a successful product manager, that is from rookie to a pro. And we are glad to listen from you. Mr. Oluwaseun Kolawole is actually the founder of Chola Trek Institute, and we are glad to listen to you, hear from you, and be impacted by your session. And with this, I would like to hand over and welcome Mr. Oluwaseun Kolawole properly to the event. You're welcome, sir. Over to you.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you, Mom. I'm happy to be here. So, yeah, thank you for welcoming me. Thank you so much. So, I believe today is going to be very impactful. So, it's just going to be, let me say, discussion majorly for us because many of us have attended several product seminars where um, even watched YouTube videos, taking courses on Udemy, but I'm just basically going to be sharing how to actually succeed as a product manager. So knowing fully well that you can actually enter the field from any angle, from marketing, sales, and several other parts as required. So I'll be glad to take us on this journey this evening. So do I proceed like that? Do you want me to just fire on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can proceed.
Okay, just give me a second. I just want to put up my notes. So can I share my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, you can share your screen.
Okay. Okay, so basically, going to be talking about two things tonight: ways of actually transitioning to product management, And second is how to actually excel, the key skills that you're supposed to have as a product manager that will really make you stand out before every other person, or that will give you an edge in the product management space. Just a little bit of what I've done so far. So I've been privileged to work with different companies at different levels where product management rules is strictly followed. Where the product management rules strictly followed. That's one. And also, I've been able to engage in government-related projects, how to work with B2C and also automation. So I've been privileged to also work as a product coach at different institutes. So this alone has given me a broad perspective of how people can successfully get into product management, and at the same time, how people can excel. So first is how to enter. So which is why I have something around entry points for product managers. There needs to be a way, or there needs to be a particular path, or how can I enter product management? I'm going to highlight different skills of which people can actually pick it and know that, oh, I can actually enter product management from this perspective or from this space. So product management career. So entering a career in product management can involve various parts, each offering distinct opportunities for gaining the necessary skills and experience. So there are different entry points into product management. It is a field that requires you to be versatile. Now, emphasis is on versatile because product management has to do with so many, so many parts. Today you're dealing with marketing, tomorrow you're dealing with business people, and next, you're just going around the whole part. But I'm going to be explaining what product management is really all about. There are some people that have started it already, and there are also some people who have not even started a career in it. And I'm going to be covering these two sections for different kinds of people. So let's go slide this down. Can you still see my slide? What's going on? Oh, finally down. Sorry, I have to represent. Okay, please confirm that you can see it now. Can you see it now? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right. So what is the term product management? So I'm going to define product management in the simplest way possible. That sometimes some of us have not heard it from that perspective before, because product management has been that thing that people have already described from different perspectives, and that gave some form of ambiguity to the product management terminology and space. First of all, you need to see it as a concept. So by definition, product management is a strategic and multifaceted role within a company that involves overseeing the development, launch, ongoing management of products and services. So you're probably looking at it from, oh, if I'm a product manager, does that mean that I have to do all of this? Trust me, it's beyond what I've just mentioned. The first thing you need to have at the back of your mind is that the success and the failure of a product depends on the product manager. The success and the failure of a product depends on the product manager. So when we win on the product, everybody's good. And when we lose on the product as well, everybody shares the blame. So as a product manager, you are the person that is responsible for both the success and the failure. So which means when I say everybody, I mean you. So which means you are everybody in this case. You are everywhere. That's the first thing to know. You are everywhere. You are in the launch, you are in development. So there are always a product that needs to be built. Software products, hardware products, AI products, just name it. There are people we put in charge to oversee to ensure that this product is served to the right customer. To ensure that this product is served to the right customer. So product managers are responsible for bridging the gap between various teams, including engineering, design, marketing, sales, and customer support to ensure product meets customer needs, aligned with company's goals, and succeed in the market. So as a product manager, the places that you find yourself more, they are you actually engaging yourself in meetings daily, talking to people in support, talking to people in customer service, talking to people in product team, the development team, talking to people in engineering, talking to people in design. So you are moving from one place to another. So it's not a role that has you to sit down on one spot. No, you're actually moving from one place to another. So you need to understand that it's a leadership and managerial role. When I say leadership, it means you have to be pitching a vision and telling people we are going somewhere. This is what we are building. You are actually being a frontier of that vision, and you are pitching it to them and you're making them see. Now, when I say management, it means whatever you have on ground, you're able to manage and sustain it to ensure that it actually meets the user needs. All right. So let's get into the other part of this. Now that you know that a product management role is a versatile role that needs you to know things around so many things. So today, one thing is that you will get the perspective of product management from a different angle today, and you know how to actually enter if you're entering, and also how to excel and how to know where to really focus on. Now, let's find this concept. This concept comprises of three things. Product management components, that is what I call it. There are three different things, and you are the middle of all these things. So product management concept, we have the UX or solution, we have the technology and business. So what we're saying is that you as a product manager, you are in between these three things. That is, you are ensuring that there is synchronization and there is synergy between these three things. The solution you are building. So a product manager is one that ensures that a product is built according to the user experience, or according to, let me say, you're solving the right user problem, using the right technologies, and making money. So that's why we are grouping it into three things. So which means you need to be able to articulate or clarify or tell us what is the exact value you're bringing to the table. So when we talk about value, there must be a problem you are solving. So the problem you are solving is the UX or solution in this case. So the precise value you bring to your customers and user. What about technology? Technology here is how do you to achieve this solution? You need to know that, okay, I'm supposed to achieve this solution. I'm supposed to use maybe AI to get this done. You don't actually need to have the technical background. It is not necessary, but you must understand what goes around it. So which means if you want to build fintech applications, you need to have an understanding of how the fintech ecosystem works, the APIs that you need. Oh, you need BVN APIs, you need NIN APIs. If you're building a product for Nigeria, you need this API, that API. You need to know a lot of things around it. You need to know the policies, the policy around it. You need to know the technical policy around what you are building. They shouldn't be talking about GitHub, talking about Figma. Shouldn't be talking about some things that you say, oh, I don't know anything about it. No, this is a call for responsibility, which means you need to understand some technologies. To build scalable system in these days, there are things called microservices. You need to understand how to really work with DevOps engineers, system admin. It's one step at a time, all right? So one of the things I will recommend is that you understand the software engineering process. You're not writing code, but understand the process of software engineering, how to engineer a software. And you need to also learn a little bit about database management system, or the database, the way this thing works. It's just for you to have an holistic view of what you are dealing with, because a lot of people have been have come to me in the past and they asked me, how can I cope as a product manager if I do not have technical skill, or if I don't have knowledge of coding? I said, you don't really have to code. You don't even need to have being a developer before or a software engineer before. It is you just, number one, being able to listen, and number two, you just being able to sit down with people. I've seen product managers who are actually going back into coding these days. One of the things I'm going to advise anybody that is going into product management is that try to be a little bit tech savvy, one. And number two, try to understand things that developers really talk about, even if it means that you learn as basic as HTML, CSS, one, or you even learn as basic as Python. Some might say it's not necessary, but trust me, one of my hedge in product management, I would say, is that I can easily relate with anybody talking about technical things. And a DevOps engineer, I understand in total of what you're doing. You want to talk to me about containerization, you're talking about microservices and all. It means I dedicated time to understand how these guys work. So you'd be like, oh, what about me or myself? I've not been able to put myself in this case. Don't forget, I said you need to learn on the go. You need to learn on the go. And that thing is database. Okay, I've once been a software engineer. So being a software engineer has really helped me to understand how these developers work. So when I'm talking to a developer, I know what I'm saying. When I'm talking to a QA person, quality assurance specialist, I know what I'm saying. And learning QA, I did not just say I went for a course to learn QA and all. It is just working on projects and working with companies that have given me the leverage to understand how to work with QAs. And these are the things that are actually technical. So you need to understand how to work with developers, the development team, the DevOps engineer, understand what they do. Go online, go and read about what they do. It will give you an understanding of, okay, when we're talking about containerization or microservices, this is what we really mean. And when we talk about system admin, we mean, okay, how to manage infrastructure on the cloud. We have a computer, okay, we need load balancer on this server. And that's why you load some server, some websites, due to traffic, especially school websites, when they are doing registration and all, you discover that these people, something happens, just say that the sites just keep going down. It's not that you don't have network. You do have network, but the problem is that these guys do not have, they do not manage infrastructure so well. And that's why DevOps engineers and system admin, especially, they are brought into the space. So it's not every time that it is, okay, this and that. So it could be load. That's why you use load balancers. If you need to increase the RAM of the computer online, don't forget servers are online, which, I mean, where your website actually resides, or even your mobile application, the backend service, that's where all your service reside. And getting to know that, okay, infrastructure, okay, they need to buy more RAM, to buy more storage, they need to buy this and that. It helps you understand how these guys work. You don't need to know the technical part, but you need to understand what they do. And also, when we talk about QA, you need to understand the different kind of testing. Oh, this is this, this is that. And these are the things that actually give you productivity. Trust me, if you're a product manager, you're getting into the space for the very first time. The problem most product managers have that were never tech savvy, the problem they have is that developers will always cheat them. Developers will tell them to take me 4 days to do this. You can hardly tell me something will take 4 days when I know it will take you 1 day. Except I just want to let it go. I'll tell you no. Explain what you want to do technically. And most of the time, my developers don't want to talk to me technically. They will tell me that they cannot bamboozle me with those technical stuff. Why did I say all of this? It's important for you to at least make efforts to know things around technology. So when you know things around technology, you know how to work with each of these people. It's enough for you to just go online, go and check how to do most of these things. So I have a YouTube channel where I actually drop most of this updates. I've thought about Scrum team. I've thought about managing sprints, managing product space. So I feel it's a very good one. Please remind me so I can drop the link to the YouTube channel. So you can subscribe there and just get videos and watch them because it's going to help your technical prowess. And the last part is that as a product manager, you need to be business savvy, like business oriented. This is one of the things that will make you stand out. The world is moving each day. And one thing that is happening is that people are losing their jobs. And it's only people that are actually upskilling, upgrading, and doing so well at what they do that will be able to keep their job. Of course, AI product is coming up, so which is a way to also tell you that you should invest. If you're coming to product management now, try to take on AI product management. It's a different field on its own. AI product management. Learn a lot about AI product management. It gives you holistic view of what product management is really about in AI space. It's sort of different. So, as I was saying, I was talking about business. You need to be business oriented. You need to understand a lot around business. So, I'm going to be recommending just some books that you can read as a product manager that will make you understand a lot about business. Number one is Zero to One. Number two, The Lean Startup, with by Eric Ries, and also Zero to One. I think that's by Peter Thiel. Yeah, Peter Thiel. And you can read books on markets because you're going to be working with marketing and sales. There are books on marketing that you can buy. Number one is Psychology of Sales, and number two is Psychology of Sale by Brian Tracy, and another one is um, Sell Like Crazy by Sam Subi. Those are books on sales, and I mentioned books on business. These books are the basic thing that you need to understand, and you need to know how to actually run your business model. So you need to understand that product management is all about providing solution to a particular problem using the right technology whilst making money with whatever you do. Now you ask me some questions. Who is a product manager on its own? He's wearing multiple hats, like I've mentioned already. So what are the basic responsibilities that we find these guys doing most of the time? We see them dealing with things around strategic vision. So they paint vision to the people, to everybody inside the team. They actually push that vision, like I mentioned already. Now, customer centric, you are thinking for the user. Don't forget, you're actually building a product for people to use. And for the fact that you are building product for people to use, one thing is important. You need to build for them. You need to think like them to be able, like they say, if you are in Rome, you behave like a Roman. So you need to think like them. So you have to be customer centric when you're building such products. Also, market analysis. You need to understand the market analysis, how to actually do a competitive analysis, competitive analysis rather. You need to know how to identify opportunities, your SWOT analysis. You must always sit down with that. And everything around this whole business thing, I have a recommendation for you. There is a course on most of these things that I can actually recommend for you if you want to get into it. And that's there's Tekidia Institute. Tekidia Institute by Prof. Oluwaseun Kolawole. So you can actually get a mini MBA there to give you a good understanding of business, how business model works, and all of these things. So most of the things I'm mentioning here, they are things that will help you stand out in this field. You need to actually be very good these days for you to actually get those opportunities. You need to be very good. When they interface with you, they can see that you are very solid. You understand what you are talking about, especially during interviews. They give you different kind of tests. Also, road mapping. You need to be able to develop roadmap. So which means you break down everything you're supposed to do for 6 months or even for 3 months. You plan it ahead of time. So you need to be very good with planning and also requirement definition. You need to be very good with communication as well. Leadership and collaboration is very important. You need to be a leader. You are a leader by default. So if you want to get some understanding around leadership, number one, you can take books on 10 Laws of Leadership by Bill Newman, and there's another one, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Most of these things are things that you combine together because your leadership skill is highly needed when you're a product manager. And if you need to develop leadership, the wealth of knowledge you have around these things would really help you. And also problem solving. Trust me, that's exactly what they employed you for. You will always encounter problems day in, day out. And how do you actually get out of these problems most of the time? You need to be problem solving oriented. So, who should be a product manager? I have something to say around that. And I will be talking about the different ways in which people can enter product manager, whether from sales or like different angles to which you can enter product management. Take notes, those 3 things are very important when you're coming into product management. Be tech savvy, know something on business. Don't let anybody deceive you that you don't need to be tech savvy. Trust me, when you get into the job, it can be very frustrating. It can be very frustrating, especially if you're working in part of the world that has to do with Africa, where you don't have everybody for different roles. So if you have a very good tech team that has a very good scrum team, that has a scrum master, that has a product owner, Of course, a product manager, you may not need to bother yourself so much around technology. Just the product owner or even the scrum master would need to bother themselves much about this. But the vast is the case in this part of the world where the product manager is the scrum master, the product manager is also the product owner. So you are leading Scrum, you are doing everything, and you are also the product manager. So you're taking three people's role. Most product managers take three people's role, and that's why they need you everywhere, meetings and all of those things. So I'm going to be talking about different ways in which you can enter product management in this century. I may not be able to mention all, but I'm sure all the ones I'm going to be mentioning would really cut across many of us that are on this call already. So some seconds to get up that slide. Okay, so number one is internal promotion. So there are many of us that have been in a company already. You notice I did not tell you anything about go and take a course online, go and do this. Of course, taking a course is the basic thing that you need to do. But what you need to excel is not that course. It's actually being wise around it and doing what others are not doing. Trust me, when I was getting into product management space about 6 years, yeah, a little around 7 years now, getting into product management was so difficult. Number one, I didn't really have like a lot of people who have gone into the space who have been there. So at that time that we were entering, that time seemed to be the time that people are just entering. So there are a lot of opportunities, and that's why I was mentioning something around you want to do AI now, or product management now. Get into those spaces from the perspective of what is trending now. You notice that there are a lot of jobs or there are a lot of products coming out in what's it called, in AI now. So there was a time that fintech was the bulk of the town, was top of the town. Everybody was doing fintech, and most of the product management jobs were around, they were available. Everybody was talking fintech. It became so overbearing, like, oh, what is it about fintech? So product management these days, if you want to excel, it's not you being generalistic or you are a general PM. It doesn't really work. It doesn't really solve a lot of problem again. So that's why everybody now start taking it. Okay, you know what? Me, I want to just work on. For me now, as a product manager, I decided to just be technical product management. You know, trust me, and I've loved it all the while because I have technical background. I leverage that, and I've been a technical product manager. And I've also taken normal business role of product manager, business PM. I've taken those roles before, and I've told you what made me to have been every of these things I've mentioned to you tonight. The courses, the books, I've read everything and I've taken those courses, and that's why I'm pointing you to those things. You being versatile is what they need from. Don't forget, leadership and versatility is what actually qualifies. All right, come on. Yeah, mommy, I'm with you.
Oh, sorry, that was a mistake. But I still have questions. I want you to be done with your presentation first, then all my questions can flood in.
Oh, only you? You have a lot of
Okay.
questions.
That's
Okay, I
that's
hope
for
I'm not
me.
too
Or I don't know
fast.
about others. No, you are kind of fast, but don't worry.
I
When
hope
we
I'm not.
get there, when you are done.
Yeah, because I have a lot to share with you. I really want to speak on the next 10 minutes so you can, I'm away to 7 minutes. So I can give as much as 10 to 15 minutes for questions and answers. All right, thank you. So I would advise anybody going into product management today to go from niche perspective. Either niche based on industry or niche based on technicality. Number one, internal promotion. Maybe you're a QA in your current team at the moment and you love product management. You love the way your product manager works. Of course, that's a very good inspiration and motivation for you. The first thing I would advise you to do is, number one, go ahead to take a course in product. When you take a course in product management, one thing that happens is that You start to see everything your product manager in your organization has been doing. Oh, this is why this guy does this. This is why this lady does this. Or this is how this woman, this man, whatever the person is, whatever the person represents you, this is how it does this. Oh, this is the exact reason. So educate yourself, school yourself first on that particular field, in that domain. After schooling yourself in that particular domain, then look at how you can talk to the product manager at the moment. If you work in an organization that you actually admire your peer, talk to the person that you really want to assist him. So the first thing is just propose to him that you really want to be an associate product manager. Plus your role at that moment, you want to work with him. Now, talking to him or her, well, kind of, okay, really, you want to do that? The person will be excited, like, oh, you really want to take this kind of career? Are you ready for the shiggy and every other things that is around this product management? And you show your interest, just declare your interest. And I'm sure such person would be willing to help you and also show you so many things. So the person will tell you, like, okay, do this, do that, do this, do that. The person will give you tasks. The person will be happy. If you come to me and tell me you want to be an associate PM, I'll be very happy. I'll just give you plenty of my tasks. I'll tell you to start working on it. So it's a way to grow directly from an organization. Number two, so how do you now become that PM at that time? Then you look out for openings in your organization. The moment there is a product management opening, organization loves to promote people to take up roles rather than bringing someone new. Because number one, there needs to be onboarding, there needs to be so many things that happen. But when there's someone internally that say, oh, I can take up the role, and they can vouch for what you're doing, and you have people that can speak for you in that organization. Trust me, you're the first person to be considered above every other person that's bringing 7 years experience from other spaces. Now, the second one is just that your pay could be compromised. Your pay could be compromised, but sometimes you just want to do it because you want to learn at that time and take yourself out of that place. Now, that's the first strategy. The second one is, if you have a technical background like me, I had a background in software engineering. I just transition directly. Like, I just started doing project management. I just started working in projects. I loved management, right? I just started doing all of that because I got tired of just doing one thing over and over again and just writing code, doing this and all over again. So I just took that role, like, okay, let me start doing this. So I started with freelancing until I got a full-time job around this field. Now, the third one here is design background. For people that have done UI UX before, trust me, you already have 50% of the characteristics of a product manager. You already understand something around UX. And number two, because you have been collaborating with product managers, DevOps engineer, because you've been in the team, you've been hearing different things. Oh, they have blocker here. This is the person they call on. Okay, they have this. This is the person they call on. And because of this kind of things, it gives you a leverage as a product designer because you already understand things around UX and you understand some things around technical parts of business. But for business on its own, you don't have. The assumption is you don't have. So you need to train yourself to know a lot of things around business. And what are those things that you need to know around business? Number one, understanding business model, understanding how to write your pitch deck as a product manager, understanding how to actually engage stakeholders, and also on business, you need to know how to do market research, your TAM, your SAM, and several other things around market research, competitor analysis, and SWOT analysis, and several other things that are around business, marketing, and sales. Yes, marketing and sales. So you can learn some of those things. So it's a very good way of transition, and it's also part of the way you can enter through internal promotion. But all of these things, you still need to take a course first. I'm talking about transition here. You still need to take a course first, and after taking the course is when you now is okay, this is my leverage. So I'm just trying to come from leverage perspective because I am already this, I can do this. Now, for people in business or marketing background, trust me, some of them would rather move into product marketing management first. So we have people who have gone into PMM, product marketing manager. So they understand sales, they understand business. The thing they don't understand is technical. They don't understand the technical parts of this. So because they understand a part of it already, then they know exactly what to learn after that. So if you are a product manager already, sorry, if you're a product marketing manager, I need to say already, the first thing you just do is, okay, I understand something around business, because there's no how you're a good product marketer that you do not understand business model, that you don't understand sales, that you don't understand market. So I give it to you on business. For UX, I give it to you 50% because if you're a marketer, you are doing things around user persona, you're doing things around user psychology, you're doing things around STP framework, segmentation, targeted position. So which means you know a lot of things around user psychology. If you're a digital marketer, you have been doing things around user psychology, sales. So I give it to you on UX. So the next thing the last thing you need to learn is to know how to move with technical team. You can see that you already have like 50 to 60% of the required knowledge here. Now, the fifth one here, project management. Trust me, project management is the half of product management. You already have all those technical things. You know how to talk, you know how to follow up with people, you know how to run after people, you know how to press neck. Yes, you need to be pressing neck as a project manager. You need to know how to, let me say, as a project manager, you already know how to engage people. You already have a technical, you know, been talking around technical stuff. UX, I believe you should know it. You have a crafted solution to problem. That's what UX is really talking about here. So if you have handled that part, the last thing that's good that we are looking for in you is that you become become business savvy, like business oriented. Start learning things around sales, marketing, learn things around customer analysis, competitor analysis, SWOT analysis, and everything that relates to business and running, money in just like simple terms, money, how to make money in the products. So I have just 2 minutes now. Entrepreneurial ventures. So if you've been an entrepreneur before, like you've been in business before, of course, it's a very good way because you've already settled the part of the business. Now it remains UX and technology. So you can pick those two things up. We have people who have been freelancers or that have been doing side projects or MBA graduates. If you're an MBA graduate, you already know 30% of product management. If you're a business analyst already, you already know 30%. I've trained so many business analysts along the line where they start as a business analyst, they come into my training and they say, oh, okay, let's do this, let's do that. They know so much, but I've seen it. They know so much when I'm talking around business, when I'm talking about some things in technical or in UX. But when we get into technical, the deep technical, they go off. And that's to tell you that, oh, business analysis is like 60% to 70% of product management. So a product manager can fit into a business analyst role in total. I can say it anywhere. The business analysis role is a subset of product management. It's just a subset of product management. Business analysis is a subset. And business analysis is good when you are already an expert in a field. Maybe you have been in accounting before and you now pick up business analysis role. If you have not been a professional at anything before, please don't go into business analysis. Business analysis is a byproduct role. That's just a note of warning for someone going there. It's a competitive space that they just need your knowledge. Oh, you've been into fintech before, accounting and all of these things. Oh, you're not a business analyst. They respect you more. You've been into data analysis for a long time and you now move into business analysis. They respect you more. They can bring you in as people like business intelligence experts or even I can't really remember BRP guys at all. So they'll bring you in as an expert. So those kind of roles, they are roles that are byproduct. You should be doing something else before and merge it with it. It puts you as a professional in a niche, and that's it. So sorry because I had to rush all of this. I was trying to beat time. I don't like taking beyond my scheduled time. I don't know if I know there are questions actually. So come on, over to you. Thank you.
Oh, that was a great session. That's one thing I love about Legacy Lab events. Always impacting. A place for you to grow easily, a place where some people are paying for this kind of session out there. Like you're paying a very, very huge amount of money just to have this kind of session. And Legacy Lab has been doing this for free for each and every one of us. And it's actually a very, very good thing and an avenue for us to grow. Thank you very much, Mr. Oluwaseun, for the insight you shared to us on product management. I think one of the things I've never heard about product management is AI product management, and it actually piqued my interest. As somebody that is into tech like me, even though I'm not into the AI aspect, I'm more into the design aspect, where it's actually a very different, something very new that sounds versatile, like something new that's about to become let me use this word, hot cake, because everybody is actually driving into that world of AI now, and nobody is seeing this side of product management. Like, Mr. Oluwaseun, how did you see this? Because when you mentioned it, I was like, wow, this is something I've never even thought of. And thank you very much. Okay, my first question goes thus. For someone that wants to go into product management, does the person really have to have a system first? Yeah, does the person have to have a system first? Can the person use him or I use a phone to start as a product manager? Okay, that's my first question. My second question is, okay, you mentioned some books and I think and some links, but you did not drop it in the income message, so we are unable to grab some because we are fast. So we'd like to maybe we can share that with Mr. Adefemi because time is not really on our side anymore. We can share that with Mr. Adefemi, then we pass that first to people that attended the event and others out there.
Sorry, what's the second part?
So
What's the second
I'll
question you
actually
just asked? Can you
okay.
guys hear
One
me?
thing that you mentioned some books. Yes,
Okay.
in fact, that you mentioned some books,
Okay, I'll just
but we're unable to pick
I'll drop
everything. And links too. You mentioned
to
about
the
your YouTube and some links to learn some courses. So we'd
okay,
like to
okay.
have access to it because we could not pick it while you were explaining to us. I think that's
About
that
that.
about that. Okay, you mentioned something also about being tech savvy. How do we go about that? How do we go about that? Yes, we have to have idea about this tech, and also how do we stay updated on all these aspects, this UX design aspects, technology aspects, the business aspects. How do we stay updated? Because if we don't have a channel that is giving us updates, we cannot know about it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
that about that.
Okay. Do you want me to answer now?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. So once you're done with my own question, you can pick other questions too.
okay, so I will answer everything together. So you need a system and you do not need a system. It's mindset. So I remember when I was getting into the tech space, that was 2015. I did not have a laptop. I started with a phone. So I built my very first website on a mobile phone. So if I could learn that with a mobile phone to build a website, I mean, about 7 pages website. So it's not just a small website like that. At least it had contact us page as well at that time. So the thing here is, if you truly want to do anything, resources, or let me say lack of resources, will not be an excuse. So which is lack of resources is not an excuse for non-resourcefulness. So as my mentor says, Babashile Daniel says it, say, many people think they do not have anything. But do you know there are many things you could create with what you have around you? So in a nutshell, your system or your phone can serve as your system, honestly, to learn as much as possible. So don't forget it's a leadership and management. So you can start. You can start without a laptop. It might be challenging, but you are the one that know what you want to get out of it. So you will definitely push yourself to getting it done. I know it's not easy, but I know you can do it. At least I have a story around it. I built my first website without a laptop. So you can also do yours. That's for coding. How much more platforms like this? So it can be challenging. Now, the second one is books I mentioned. So I'm going to mention them again. Sell Like Crazy by Sam Risubi. That's on sales. Psychology of Sales as well by uh, Ryan Tracy. Ryan Tracy, Psychology of Sales. Now, for business directly, you can read books on. So the first one I've said is sales and marketing. Sorry, sales and marketing, both of them. The second one, I mean, the second aspect, which is business, as I mentioned, Eric Ries that wrote the Lean Startup, Lean, Lean Startup, 0 to 1 by 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. you can tell. And there's another one too that I mentioned. Well, I think these are the ones that I really mentioned. Those were the books I mentioned. I mentioned on leadership, 21 irrefutable laws of leadership, and also, um, sorry, I'm just checking my life to remember most of the books I mentioned. Okay,
And
10
also
laws of
10
leadership.
laws of leadership. Yes.
Yes, like human. Thank you for remembering that. 10 laws of leadership. So the third question is how can you so my YouTube channel, I've already pasted it there. So you can just click on it and subscribe and just watch the video as you go. The last question is how can you do it? So which is number one, you mentioned that how can you actually stay updated all of it? The first thing that I've mentioned here is that number one, take a course from the best first. Learn from the best. I can never overemphasize that. So when I needed to learn so much, I had to go into a very deep course. So I don't know if I'm there to just share some of those courses here, but if I will, I can share it through the organizer. So I learned from the best, which is the first thing, and second thing is, be honest, follow no road, like that statement. Somebody that has results is easier to follow, even when they are not talking. Their results is speaking, and you can see a lot of things we have learned from mentors who we have never seen before. So one of the ways in which these people document their thoughts is in their books. So which means if you really want to learn from someone, know the person first. Does this person have maybe a YouTube channel or article on LinkedIn? If you follow me on LinkedIn, you know I write on LinkedIn and I also post. I've written a lot of articles on leadership and on product management. So these are ways in which you can actually like get yourself acquainted with most of these technologies and learn them fast. So learning from the best, which is the major course first, then staying updated. Of course, if you get on YouTube, you see a lot of channels, channels that talk about these things. Watch their videos, look at them. Oh, this video, this channel really makes a lot of sense. Then you can go into it and just start reading a lot. So, well, my channel is a privilege too. So you can also follow my channel and see content around product management, which can help you. Trust me, it's all about the wisdom you deploy when you're working that actually generate the results. You discover everything you learned from courses, and I know that a lot of courses do not teach Scrum in depth for product managers. But when they get into companies, they struggle. That's why many people who graduate from product management training, they don't do much when they get into companies. They have to start learning new things. So I try as much as possible to tell them, learn Scrum, know Scrum, know how to manage team. Come down to the team level so you are not tossed around. Someone reached out to me and was asking me some sort of questions today, and then say, "Oh, I've always have to figure out a lot of things. But once I come to you, I can just ask you this question and you answer me." To be honest, the person said she had not eaten as at 3:30 p.m. today because she was trying to figure out something. She reached out to me in 5 minutes. I just sent a voice note to her, like do this, do that. She said, "Is it this easy?" And the person stood up and said, "I want to go and eat, but I'm hungry." So look at that. So following the right set of people that actually have gone ahead in the space will really be a lot of give you a lot of help. And learning from someone, directing from someone makes a lot of sense. Just stay up with trends, follow the right set of people. Go on YouTube, you can follow a lot of people. Go online as well. Go and check thought leaders and product management. You will see a lot of people that have voices in product management. Join, just network the more. If you see product management space, join. Just like what you have done today. There are many information that you've gotten today that you probably might not have gotten elsewhere yet. But now that you've gotten them, so this is like a pointer to some results that we're talking about. Thank you. Okay, I think Damilola is raising
We
his
have
hand.
some other people raising their hands.
Hi, good evening. My name is
So
Damilola.
sorry about the late response, Jerry.
Good evening.
Good
Good evening.
network. Oh yeah, now you can come up, Dami. Thank you very much, Mr. Oluwaseun.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you very much for the wonderful presentation. I just went through your LinkedIn profile, Mr. Oluwasegun. Yeah. So my name is Damilola, and I've been partially into product management. Partially in the sense that I'll just check it out. And I love this thing. I'll go. I'll check it out. And I love this thing. I'll go. You understand? So, but when you were talking about the the transitioning into product management, and you spoke about some let me say example, like you spoke about project management, customer service, um quality assurance and all, and I feel like, wow, I mean, you are really, really grounded in it, and I love that. So my question is, I'm actually looking forward to having a mentorship program. I actually belong to a lot of product school, mind the folks, being a PM, and which they are on a Slack. But I've not been able to like being able to tutor myself in product road mapping or product portfolio. I would love your assistance on how can I get up build up a product portfolio, or I don't know if you we can have this one-on-one mentorship, or do you have a seminar that is coming up or an hackathon that I mean I can pay for to be able to do this, please? I mean that's where I'm having a very big challenge in building a portfolio via the road mapping strategy. Thank you very much.
All right, Dami, thanks for that question. I know this is a lot of, let me say I get a lot of these kind of questions as well. So like I said, if the organizers, I know there are definitely like vision and things around what the organizer, why they are organizing most of these things. It's possible they have ready courses for you guys on this already. But then one thing I would add here is that it's honestly, it's not really about having mentorship session most of the times, right? It's not really about having mentorship. Have I learned from Miles Monroe? So he happens to be my mentor. I didn't even meet him. I didn't even get to know him until he came dead. But I can tell you, I've learned so much from him. I've learned so much from him. So number one is, have you actually like taken a full course, like a good course, which is the first thing. Like the essence of course is to have a technical know-how of his field. Now, when you have technical know-how of that field, we're talking about portfolio. Honestly, there are a lot of startups that actually need product managers. There are a lot of startups out there that need product managers. Just write to them. I mean, free for free, like just to express yourself, because there's no how you keep teaching somebody these things. I love it when somebody they say, honestly, I must be very sincere with you on this. I have a particular video on mentorship on my YouTube channel. I think maybe that's the recent one or maybe the second recent. Check it out. You will see it, mentorship or something. Watch that video. Then you can send me a DM on LinkedIn. I think that's just it. Watch that video.
Okay, I'll do that. Mr. Adifemi also, thank you very much. Legacy Lab, thank you very much. I'm actually on leave, so I've been like with my system, my phone, go to Slack, check these people up, and they have product strategies. They have product that they are working on right now, but I don't seem to like picture myself in any of those steps. I hope you understand. That's why I'm looking for a product portfolio, somebody that would be a one-on-one. So I'm asking if there is an hackathon or a seminar that's actually coming up on product management. I actually have a diploma in product management. I just got my diploma because where I work in a bank, but in a customer service role.
Oh,
so
great.
What you said?
Yeah, I'm with you. I love that.
Yeah, so like I said, it's been a long time thing that I wanted to do, like this thing I want to do. So where I work in a bank, it's just the normal customer service. So when we have challenge and I listen to customer, I try to put myself in their shoes and I meet up with the team or the supervisors and all in China. I feel like, why don't we do like this? Why is it like this? Why is it not like this? And they feel like, you know what, speak to this person. He's the one in charge. Speak to this person. And I go speak to those person and they feel like, oh yes, that's an idea. Now put it up in a roadmap session or put it in a strategy. And I feel like, oh, where are we starting from? I hope you understand. Many of those things they told me, put it. And I feel like, put it where? So I'm actually looking forward to something of a seminar because it's gonna be a big help to me. And they tell me, put it where? That's but because they don't understand it. I just ask myself, put it where? which is actually true. I need a road, I need a product portfolio. I need something that would like an hands-on experience. I hope you understand.
I get
So please,
I
please,
guess
I don't know. Let's try and help
I get
somebody like me. I know we are many out there, but me, I'm trying to speak up. Thank you.
actually I have a I have a particular episode, like let me say series that I'm currently working on product management. And it's actually tackling what you're saying. There are a lot of product management. I said it during the presentation. I said a lot of people graduate from product schools, and when they get out, they look like they don't know anything. And I know why. Because this space or this domain does not really give you that avenue to work as a product manager. It gives you avenue to work as three persons, like three in one. You don't have a scrum master. You do not have like a lot of things. So I have that thing that I'm working on at the moment. So which is to actually help people to build, to know how to learn how to build roadmap practically, not just the regular talk like a roadmap is this is what you do on a roadmap. No, we actually pick up a product and build it and do all. So if you be, it's one of the things I would actually like prefer to just like give out. Like I said, just send me a DM on LinkedIn, all right? So I can give you further information around this because I know too well that there are a lot of things around what you're saying. I really get it. That's the essence of my YouTube channel. I actually discuss practical things in product management, e.g., telling you how to manage multiple projects as a product manager. I'll give you practical steps and things you should do. So I hope this really helps. But watch that video on mentorship. So this will give you the right perspective on how to approach people for mentorship. All right, Dami, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Oluwaseun. You've been a great help to me, and I'm very, very happy this night that I'm able to pour out the comma. The comma in me that is not making me like feel like am I really doing this thing? But this is just coming to me because I saw this thing on Mr. Adifemi's post, and I said I'll be there. And when they started, he messaged me again. I said, "Oh, this is the perfect time to join." I hope you understand. So when I saw product, I was like, "Wow, this is for me actually." So thank you very much. I'm looking forward to like I said, I don't know if I need to travel anywhere to join them physically. I'm just ready to do it. This is the part time I just want to break forth from everything I've learned in project management, customer service, quality assurance to product management. So I'll be looking forward to every activity, and I'll also engage you. I'll go to your YouTube channel. Um, Now you're my mentor.
Mr. Dami, you force me pick mentor top this event. Okay,
No
nice
verse,
one.
no verse. But actually,
Well done.
I will just follow him from the back. I will not let him know. Like he said,
Mr. Oluwasegun.
his mentor does not know too. That's what I will do.
Okay,
All
no
right, guys.
problem.
Sorry, I
Mr.
will have to leave
Oluwasegun.
by 8:15. I have a meeting by 8:30, so I need to prepare for it. So 8:15. So I'm
No
sorry.
problem. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And I think we have come to the
Yeah,
end
most
of today's event. Luckily, Dami was able to bag a mentor before me and others. Yeah, no
Thank
problem.
you.
But we still
Thank
have
you
the
for
chance of going to
giving me.
Mr. We still have the chance to go into Mr. Oluwasegun's YouTube channel and also going down to his LinkedIn page to check out other things, and you can also reach out to him via his LinkedIn page. And also we'll be having other segments like this. Like this month now is for product managers. Next month we'll be having another segment, like that is another area of any other area, how you navigate your career growth. I'm very sure Mr. Dami has the opportunity to navigate his career growth to this
Thank you. Yeah,
event this night.
definitely. Uh,
And definitely another one is coming next month for other careers. So whichever one is coming next month, if you have a friend that is into that career, tell a friend to tell a friend to attend next month. And don't be late like today. Don't be late. Be punctual by next month so that we can ask very much more questions and be able to get acquainted with each other. It was nice being here this night, and it was nice hosting this event this night. I'm so glad. This is one of the reasons why I'll gladly host Legacy Lab event, because I'm always growing, I'm always learning for both my personal self and my community. I'm a lead for a community, a tech community to be precise, and just this little overview of product management has actually given me another insight of how I could, make much more research and also do better for my community as a lead. So that's that about that. Thank you very much, everybody that attended. Thank you very much, Legacy Lab, for organizing this event. Outnovately Africa, thank you very much for partnering with us. Google Developer Student Club, Eki State University, thank you very much for attending. And with this, we have come to the end of the event this night. Have a wonderful night's rest. Ensure you attend next month. Good night.